do as well as the research itself. So I'm really happy to take questions from people, and if you do have a question, just if you can put up your hand, we've got a roving mic, and if you can introduce yourself and say where you are from. Or Tandy, any from Twitter to start with?
Sure. Well, it's always interesting to see that the Twitter sphere lights up with conversations about how arts audiences are using Twitter. I think the Twitter stats are some of the most interesting and surprising results in the research. We had a question from someone on Twitter saying, arts goers are not so active on Twitter now, but is that likely to change? Is usage growing?
Okay. No. No.
And I disagree.
All right.
Excellent.
She's the researcher.
Yeah.
I disagree.
Okay, so you think it is growing.
Yeah, I do. I very much do.
Why do you think that, Fee?
Because I think arts audiences are also arts makers, and so I think that there's an increasing level of the more arts makers are using technologies like Twitter, the more that filters through their own word of mouth networks to people who aren't maybe arts makers but maybe are arts audiences. And so, you know, you have one kind of nerdy early adopter group, and then it feeds back out again. But I think that sense of conversation and narrative is very much a creative practice, and so for me it's very much going to be an increasingly prevalent technology.
At the risk of being difficult, I think your answer really does illustrate that Twitter is really important to a certain niche group of highly articulate, experienced people in the sector. And I think that our research and the other research that Nielsen has done really shows that that Twitter is a niche channel basically, and that essentially usage of it has been shrinking. Direct usage of it's been shrinking.
I've been saying for the last 15 years, niche is the new black. I'm telling you, it's true. Actually,
there's no shame in being niche.
I just saw Perkush said on Twitter, anyone thinking about or engaging with Google Plus yet? Google Plus came out after the research, after the blog posts. I've been thinking we really need to write something about Google Plus. I know Elliot Bledsoe, who's one of the bloggers from Brisbane, is writing something for his own personal blog, and I've been going, go on, give it to us instead, that'd be really good. But I mean, Google Plus is a really interesting platform. Apparently it's hit 10 million or something in its first week and a half. It's, yes, maybe artists do need more than 140 characters, but the conversation is key, I think.
Interested in what you guys think. Show of hands, who thinks it's here to stay? Twitter?
Ooh.
Who doesn't? And who just doesn't have doesn't know? Yeah.
Who doesn't care?
Yeah. Who doesn't care?
There's quite a few.
Oh no. Who doesn't care? Just give us a look. Does any?
Don't be shy.